Howdy, howdy, neighbors. This is DJ Davenport welcoming you and yours to another Access to Bluegrass, a 1-hour bluegrass show brought to you every week at this time by this station and Harper Run Communication Arts, a business-to-business communication. And today we have a fine band with us again that's been here a couple of times from Delta, Ohio. Here is Hewn. Take it away, folks.
Bible for a road map. All right. Well, we're going to do another one here. Rick, you play mandolin on this one?
Yeah.
All right. This is one called the Old Crossroad.
The
nice, Rick and Neil. I'd like to introduce everybody real quick here. All the way down on the right there, singing that song for you was Mr. Rick Rickard from around Blissfield, Michigan.
Howdy.
Next to him on the fiddle, from Delta, Ohio, is Miss Brenda Holdridge.
Howdy, thanks to be here.
Playing the doghouse bass is Mr. Don Palicki from Lyons, Ohio.
Glad to be here, everybody.
I'm Jerry Eicher from Delta, Ohio. And to my left here, picking a 5-string banjo for you, is Mr. Neil Kelly
Hi,
from
folks.
Toledo, Ohio.
Glad to see you folks.
And we're the hand Hewn. This next one was done by Jim and Jesse's good old gospel tune called Better Get In That Number. Kick her off, Neil. Better get in that number that no man can number. Better get in that number that no man can number. Better get in that number that no man can number. Coming down from God. Let me tell you, children, there'll be a great meeting when the saints of God go out and greet Him. Are you getting ready, friends, to receive Him? Coming down from God. Better get in that number that no man can number. Better get in that number that no man can number. Better get in that number that no man can number. Coming down from God. Mother's in that number that no man can number. Jesus will save her from her great slumber. Voices far from heaven will be louder than thunder. Coming down from God. Better get in that number that no man can number. Better get in that number that no man can number. Better get in that number that no man can number. Coming down from God. Father's in that number that no man can number. Father's in that number that no man can number. Father's in that number that no man can number. Coming down from God. Better get in that number that no man can number. Better get in that number that no man can number. Better get in that number that no man can number. Coming down from God. Coming down from God. Get in that number. All right, let's get her up in A here. We'll have Brenda sing one for you here. It's called 50 Miles Elbow Room.
500 miles of length and breadth, 4 square cities stand. Each tubes and walls of desperation, not made by human hands. 100 miles its gates are wide, from the entrance there, with 50 miles of elbow room on either side to spare. When the gates swing wide on the other side, just beyond that sunset sea, there'll be room to spare as we enter there. Room for you and room for me. For the gates are wide on the other side, just beyond that sunset sea. On the right hand, on the left hand, 50 miles of elbow room.
just beyond that sunset sea. There'll be room to spare as we enter there, room for you and room for me. For the gates are wide on the other side, just beyond that sunset sea. On the right hand, on the left hand, 50 miles of elbow room. On the right hand, on the left hand, 50 miles of elbow room.
50 miles of elbow room. All right, boy, I hope we got all that, don't you? And we'll keep her right there and get her out of E here. This next song is an old traditional tune called 50. Oh, we just did 50 miles. I'll re-intro that. This next song's an old traditional tune. It's out of the book of John. It's called Let the Spirit Descend.
When John came preaching, preparing the way for Jesus the heavenly King, for all who believe and trust in his name will stand in God's kingdom, not be ashamed. Let the Spirit descend like a beautiful dove, as it did on Jesus that day. He was baptized by John in the river of Jordan. God's voice like thunder said, "This is my son." When Lazarus lay dead in his grave for days, Martha sent for Jesus to come. Crying, "Lazarus, come forth." They saw as he said, Lazarus in grave clothes to rise from the dead. Let the Spirit descend like a beautiful dove, as it did on Jesus that day. He was baptized by John in the river of Jordan. God's voice like thunder said, "This is my son." Jesus hung on the cross, his tears fell like rain. The multitude mocked him to shame. Forgive them, Father, what they've done to me. He died on the cross of cruel Calvary. Let the Spirit descend like a beautiful dove, as it did on Jesus that day. He was baptized by John in the river of Jordan. God's voice like thunder said, "This is my son." God's voice like thunder said, "This is my son."
Let the Spirit descend. All right, this next tune is a new one we're working on. It's come along pretty good, and Rick and Brenda are going to sing it for you, do a real nice harmony job on it. Hope everybody likes it, called "Thy Burdens Are Greater Than Mine." Out of D.
I gotta change instruments. I didn't know that was coming up.
Oh, he's going to change instruments real quick here. But we're the Hewn group, and we're real happy to be back with you today, and hope you enjoy our show.
In a little country village, I met a man and he was blind, and I way. Yes, thy burdens are greater than mine. Saul lad while on his travel, trying hard to play the game. Though his legs were very crippled, and he could not speak his name, still he smiled in understanding. Though life to him had been unkind, as I watched, I thought in sorrow, son, thy burdens are greater than mine. And I can speak my name out loud, make my way among the crowd. Yes, thy burdens are greater than mine. Just by chance I passed a graveyard, saw a young man kneeling there. In his hand there were some roses, on his lips there was a prayer. On a stone these words were written, thy soul is God, thy memory mine. As I watched, I thought in sorrow, son, thy burdens are greater than mine. I'm just a drifter on the road, got no friends, I got no home. Yes, thy burdens are greater than mine. Yes, thy burdens are greater than mine.
Thy burdens. All right, we're going to do an a cappella tune for you. We don't do a lot of these, but we like this one. It's called Building on a Rock.
Are you building on the rock? Building, building on the rock. Building on the rock. Or on the sinking sand. Are you building on a firm foundation? Are you building on the sinking sand? You think you got religion? Are you worthy of the master's hand? Are you building on the rock? Building, building on the rock. Building on the rock. Or on the sinking sand. Do you ever call on Jesus, asking for his mercy? Do you ever call on Jesus? He will hear and answer your prayer. Are you building on the rock? Building, building on the rock. Building on the rock. Or on the sinking sand. Are you building on the rock? Building, building on the rock. Building on the rock. Or on the sinking sand. Or on the sinking sand. Or on the sinking sand.
Building on a Rock.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's do that carpenter shop now. I think we got time to do it.
Okay.
We're going to get her up in B, and Brenda's going to grab her viola here. If we can get into it real quick.
Stable, his mother a virgin, raised in a carpenter's shop. His parents were poor, his people were slaves, his friends were a lonely lot. His chances in life were very slim. He was expected to be a slave, but the people in darkness saw light in him and hope in the freedom he gave. All of the power of heaven and earth God had invested in him. He was to die on the cross, descend into hell, meet the devil, take the keys from him. He yielded himself to the death on the cross, cried it's finished, then slumped to die. And the legions of hell the devil celebrated, we destroyed your king, he cried. In the midst of the celebration, footsteps were heard, walking the corridors of hell. When the shouting stopped and a voice rang out, a voice that rang like a bell. Satan then trembled as he recognized him who came to deliver his own. Shut and lock those gates, he cried, don't let him ascend to his throne. Then the gates slammed shut in the face of the king to prove God's salvation untrue. He shook hell's gates and cried, lift up your heads, the king is coming through. Out of the devil's prison house came a procession led by the king, shouting, now, old grave, where is thy victory in death? Where is thy sting? Who is the King of glory? The one not even death could stop. Who is the King of glory? That little boy from the carpenter shop.
Carpenter shop. All right, this next song we're going to do is one of our original tunes, gospel tune that Brenda wrote, and it's on our new gospel tape, soon to be coming out with a CD, and it's called The Glory Express.
Riding on that glory express, my spirit soaring into the light, and in my heart is a song of love. My Father's home is well within my sight. Riding on that beltline of love, destination heaven shore. I see his angels reaching out to me.
St. Peter, won't you open up those doors?
Brothers and sisters, we're on the right track. Brothers and sisters, no need to look back. Like thunder o'er the mountain, he calls our name. So come with me. Into the horizon I am bound, destination heaven shores. I see his angels reaching out to me. St. Peter, won't you open up those doors? Riding on that glory express, my spirit soaring into the light. I see him well within my sight. Brothers and sisters, we're on the right track. Brothers and sisters, no need to look back. Our thunder o'er the mountain, he calls our name. So come with me.
sisters, we're on the right track. Brothers and sisters, no need to look back. Like thunder over the mountain, he calls our name. So come with me, come with me. All right, Glory Express. Well, if we did goof that one up a little bit, you're gonna have to buy the album to. Well, we're gonna get on out of here with an instrumental now. We've had a lot of fun today. It's called I'll Fly Away. Kick her off.
And we thank you, Hewn, from Delta, Ohio. Quite a long drive to get up to do a show for us. We really appreciate that. Over the years, we've come to know most of these people quite well, and they are an awfully nice group of people.